Welcome back. Within this topic, we're going to discuss eClass and home-based issues. We'll talk about the benefits of using eClass within the home-based delivery model, some access issues related to eClass and home-based services, some Dropbox tips, and some supportive resources. As the frequency and use by all of our GCPS teachers of eClass has increased, the issues and problems as they relate to the unique delivery of home-based services have actually decreased. As problems have decreased, eClass has provided some very specific benefits for the home-based students, which include they have improved access to instructional resources such as videos and web pages. They have a means to monitor student engagement and coursework by eClass login data. A direct means of using the Dropbox by the teacher of record to access completed assignments allows them to grade the assignments and provide direct feedback back to the student. Even though there are these benefits, we do have some general guidelines and tips regarding eClass that we would like to review. First, in your initial contact with the case manager, it is very important for the two of you to discuss the students' teachers that will be using eClass as an instructional tool. If the answer is yes, that there will be teachers using eClass course assignments, it will be important for you to obtain from the case manager the student's login and password information for the portal. At the beginning of a school year, there may be issues with the student's password being authenticated, which requires a site-based login prior to a remote login. The local school will need to address this issue and confirm that the student has login and access to the portal. You, the home-based teacher, will also need to be added as a course viewer. The teacher who owns the course page can do this. However, each school has identified an eClass innovator leader, often the LSTC, who could add you to all the classes. As a course viewer, you will be able to see course content and could download and print course content. However, you will not be able to copy content, nor will you have access to Dropboxes to see if students have submitted assignments, and you may have very limited access to discussion topics. With the partner teacher access, you would be allowed to have the same access as the teacher who owns the page. However, you would also have access to information to all students within the class. Because of this extended access, most schools are only comfortable with providing home-based teachers course viewer access. Second, if eClass is going to be used, you will need to confirm on one of your first visits the family's consistent, reliable access to a device with internet access. If this is not an option for the family, you will need to communicate with the school the need for hard copies of assignments, instructional resources that are legible, and hard copies of textbooks to be checked out to your student. This is actually a good best practice to confirm the access to the portal, as there are some excellent supplemental resources on the GCPS sample course pages that are now available to all teachers through the self-registration process. So even for those teachers who may not be using eClass, you may have some instructional resources that can help you with course content. For example, you may need a visual to help explain the math concept of functions. The 7th and 8th grade sample math course pages have some excellent resources to cover that need. When consistent, reliable access is confirmed as part of the first visit, have the student log into his eClass course page. Be sure that both you and he or she can navigate to content within the pages. And a final tip to remember. If you have not yet been provided course viewer or partner teacher access, you can log into the course pages as the student. However, if the student's teachers are using that eClass student login data to help monitor how much time the student is spending engaged with eClass course content, when you log in as the student, there is no way to delineate your time logged in versus the actual student engagement time. As we said earlier, one of the benefits of eClass course pages is the opportunity for students to submit their work directly to the teacher of record. The teacher can provide feedback directly to the student through the individualized comments in the Dropbox feature. As might be expected, though, there are times when the student says a missing assignment was put into the Dropbox, but the teacher's communication with you is that the assignment was never added to the Dropbox. If you have been provided partner teacher access, you would be able to view the Dropbox entries. However, in most cases, you will only have that course viewer access. With course viewer access, you cannot tell if the student put the information into the Dropbox. To address this issue, we ask that you establish a specific routine practice for those students who do use eClass to access and submit assignments. You should establish the expectation that just prior to your arrival, the student logs into the portal so that their classes are just one click away. This will help maximize your instructional time while on your home visit. Getting this established as a routine practice and expectation may take time, but if your student is using eClass, don't give up. It will be a powerful strategy towards developing student accountability. One of the first activities you should check is to ask the student to show you the specific assignments he or she has placed in the Dropbox. This practice helps promote a strategy of student accountability and also eliminates the need for you to log in as the student to verify information prior to a visit. Once you have confirmed the assignments have been dropped, you would record the assignment as completed on your home-based report. You would indicate the completed date in the date column on the right and also list DB to verify that you have seen the assignment within the Dropbox. If visiting the course page during a visit is not something you or the student find beneficial, another option is to ask the student to print a copy of the Dropbox screenshot. This hard copy of the Dropbox submission can be submitted as verification of completed work with the home-based report. Those who are new to eClass may still have a need for additional staff development and training with eClass course page navigation. Two excellent resources that have been developed by GCPS Teaching and Learning. These are the self-directed training page and the eClass simulation course page. These two self-directed eClass course pages resources are available to all GCPS staff who have eClass access. If your role is unique to GCPS, resulting in limited or no access to eClass course pages, please contact the home-based office so we can assist you with resolving those issues. And one last issue to address with eClass resources is the problem that may occur when a student doesn't have reliable access and teachers provide a hard copy of resources from the eClass course pages. These copies may not always readily transfer to a legible hard print copy. If and when this occurs, you should work directly with the case manager to assure that all the materials you are presenting to the student are in a legible format. You have completed Topic 7. After you answer a single question checkpoint activity, you're ready to move on to our final topic, Topic 8.